Shalom. This is Kalvon Israel, back with another video lesson, giving all praises, honor, power, glory, dominion, majesty, reverence, blessings, worship, love, and admiration to the Most High, Yahuwah, and Yahuwah only. Double honors, triple honors to Yahuwah and Yahuwah only. No Bahashem. And may Yahuwah give double blessings and triple blessings to the saints and the zealots that support and budget the high priest after the order of Melchizedek, Kalvon Israel, and the YOZ ministries. Understand that? Alright? Now, today's video lesson is Revelation Demolition Part 3. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, stop the video and please go and watch part 1 and part 2 first so that you can have a better understanding of what is being brought out in part 3, because part 3 is more so of a closure, okay? We put in the seal, we're sealing the deal. All praises to Yahuwah, the highest power. Understand that. And salute the saints that join themselves to the works of the high priest, Kalvon Israel, by supporting the high priest. That's right. Of course, you have to keep the commandments in your personal life, and we will encourage each other in doing that, right? And we will all make it to the kingdom together. That's right. Praises be to Yahuwah. Glory be to Yahuwah. Yahuwah Ka. Yes. Alright. Now, this is Revelation Demolition Part 3. You see the buildings is all falling to the ground, right? It's falling. It's falling. Revelation the Great has fallen. You see all the flames around, right? You see all of the dead fictional beasts and fictional characters. All of the fictional angels dead, laid on the ground, right here, right there. We went in real mighty with the power and the spirit of the Most High. He gave us the understanding to decode the codes in Revelation. He gave us the understanding to unlock the seals in Revelation. He gave us the understanding of the secrets, the subliminals, the sneak dissing, right? All of the mysteries, like Mystery Babylon. What is that really about? He gave us the understanding of what's that really about. All right? And that was treacherous. That was venomous. That was poisonous. That was blasphemous. They did that. Right? That's a crime on humanity. But you see how we destroyed them. You see the lamb over there? You see that bloody lamb laying down with his head cut off and all of his legs cut off and all of his fur shaved off? Right? Now, let's cook them. Let's throw them in a pile of rubble. Right? Let's throw them in a pile of stubble. That's burning. Just cook them. Revelation Demolition Part 3. That's right. Jeremiah 3:1. We are still married to Yahuwah. And the New Testament, the book of Revelation, will have you think otherwise. And this is the Christian doctrine. This is the verse that they use and twist to make it seem as if we are no longer married to Yahuwah. Okay? But the truth is, 2/3 are no longer married to Yahuwah. But all Israelites have action at being the 1/3 and coming back to Yahuwah. And Yahuwah left that door open for you to come back to him, for you and I to come back to him, to seek him, right? If we choose. And he encourages us in doing that. He encourages us in doing that. Understand? Return back to him. We are still married to him. Jeremiah 3, verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers. Yet return again to me, says Yahuwah. Okay. Now, we know that we are married to the Most High. Israel is Yahuwah's wife. Yahuwah is the husband to Israel. But we know that it's spiritual and not physical. It's metaphorical and not literal. All right? And that's what Yahuwah is saying to you. All right? Yeah, you're married to me. Okay? But I'm not a man. You know, I'm your God. But that's the best way to describe the relationship between us. Right? Right? Because it's really no greater love than the love between a husband and wife. Okay? So, yet is an erase word. So forget all of that. Yeah, you played the harlot. Right? And yeah, they say that a man should not take away. A man should not take back his wife when she had been with another man. Right? That's law. Yet, return. Yet is an erase word. Like but is an erase word. Like however. You did that. Scratch that. However, yet, return again to me, says Yahuwah. Right? Now, we're going to jump down to verse 14 in the same chapter. Jeremiah 3:14, turn, O backsliding children, says Yahuwah, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. So Yahuwah says that he is married to us. He's married to us. So return. Return. All right? And we can return without JC. So we're married to him. We see that. He says, I am married unto you. But what is this right up over here in Revelation? Right? Revelation, it says that. Revelation 19. And we're going to start at verse 7. It says, let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife has made herself ready. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. But the saints is married to Yahuwah, right? And if JC really is the son of Yahuwah, then we see right here that it is law that the son cannot have the father's wife. Deuteronomy 22:30. A man shall not take his father's wife, nor discover his father's skirt. So, that's a cut. The New Testament writers just been busted for plagiarism and replacement theology. Right? Trying to replace the Most High as the God of Israel with JC. Take us from being married and joined unto Yahuwah and marry us to a fictional character. JC, another. Even if he wasn't a fictional character, that still would be terribly wrong. We can't do that, and we won't do that. Now, let's get off into the key of David. Let's go to Revelation. Revelation 3:7. And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write these things, says he that is holy, he that is true, he that has the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth. Wow. Replacement theology. JC just want to take everybody's position. Like we know, the Most High has personal covenants and eternal covenants with certain individuals. It's not all about JC. That's a dead giveaway right there. Right? It's not all about King David. It's not all about Moses. It's not all about Abraham. It's not all about Jacob. It's not all about the Israelites. Look, it's not all about JC. The New Testament messed up right there. The New Testament writers messed up right there when they attempted to just make everything about JC and to steal everything from everyone, right? We're going to go to Isaiah 22, and we're going to start at verse 20. And we're going to see who really has the key of David, right? And it shall come to pass in that day that I will call my servant Eliakim, the son of Elikiah. Okay, the son of Hilkiah. And I will clothe him with thy robe and strengthen him with thy girdle. And I will commit thy government into his hand, and he shall be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Ooh. And the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder. So he shall open and none shall shut, and he shall shut and none shall open. Now, how two people are going to have that position? All right. That's a one man's job right there. Right. And that goes to the servant of Yahuwah, Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah. All right. Now, are you jealous of that? Are you jealous of Eliakim? Are you jealous of Eliakim, the son of Hilkiah, because the Most High gave him the key of David? Right? The Most High is lifting people up. All right? There's servants of the Most High that he knows that really love him. Right? Glory be. All right? Now, we see that was a lie. That's a cut. People that think that the Most High can change. Look, the Most High don't change. His word don't change. It's something that you can really stand on. It's something that you can believe in. Because it's not going to change. Right? Let's get that first. Because people just think that, well, the Most High is just changing up and switching up. Let's get that. Because anybody can just come along and write a New Testament and say something different, something new, and then that's just what it is, right? Malachi 3:6, for I am Yahuwah, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So thank Yahuwah for that. Thank you, Yahuwah, for not changing. Because he says, because he don't change, therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Because if he's changed, then we will be consumed by the other nations, by the New Testament. And they will be able to do a lot worse, right? He doesn't change. And the real Israelites know that, and they believe that, and they cherish these words that were originally written in Hebrew way more than any other writings that is in another language originally. Okay? For real, man. Have a little pride in your nation, man. Okay? Stop being so nation friendly. All right? Stop being so democratic. All right? Or diplomatic. Excuse me. All right? Now we're going to go to this right here. Check this out. So we see that our God don't change. Yeah, stop being so diplomatic with these nations, man. Taking on their doctrines and believing the things that they say about our scriptures and all of that. Come on, man. Alright, so Revelation 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. Okay. So, let's go and see. Who is this accuser? And we're going to let JC, let's let JC say who this accuser is. All right. We're going to go to John 5 and 45. John 5 and 45. Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses, in whom ye trust. Ooh. What you got to say about that, Christian? Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuses you, even Moses, in whom ye trust. So JC said the accuser is Moses. And JC said that there is one accuser. Okay. So who do we see as the accuser? And there can only be one. There's one accuser. Who is that? Moses. What do we read about the accuser? Right? This is what we read about the accuser. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. Cast down. The great dragon was cast down. He was cast down. Okay? Like, right? So, the constant sneak dissing, the constant blasphemy, right? The constant disrespect that we see here, right? And we're decoding this. The beast, the dragon, the devil, the Satan, right? The serpent, all of that stuff is the Israelites and Yahuwah. That's what the New Testament is saying. Right? When we really study it, piece it together, they dissing us subliminally. And really just trying to come in and change the laws in a nice way. In a real deceitful way. You have to be careful. Be circumspect, alright? Now we're going to go to Revelation. Let's go to Revelation 20. Alright. Revelation 20, verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. The sand of the sea is Israel. Okay. So, this is a prophecy. This is a New Testament prophecy. This is a Greek prophecy, right? Right? It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Shall. This is a future prophecy, right? And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. All right? The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So, who else has a future prophecy, about coming back, right, to destroy and make war with Gog and Magog? Yeah, Yahuwah. Yahuwah. But he ain't never said that he was coming out of no prison, man. Right? He never said he was coming out of no prison. In his prophecy in the latter days to make war with Gog and Magog. So Satan and Yahuwah is doing the same things in the latter days. That's what we see. All right? When you put the Bible together, right? These two books, right? The so-called Old Testament, so-called New Testament, right? When you put them together, right? You got Satan coming back to do the same thing as Yahuwah in the latter days. Let's go and prove that. Ezekiel 38. And we're going to start at 14. Therefore, Son of man, prophesy and say unto Gog, thus says Yahuwah, God, Elohim. You see that? In that day when my people of Israel dwelleth safely, shall thou not know it? And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, thou and many people with you, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army. And thou shalt come up against my people of Israel as a cloud to cover the land. It shall be in the latter days. And I will bring thee against my land. Gather them to battle, that the heathen may know me, when I shall be sanctified in thee, O Gog, before their eyes. Okay. There you have it. There you have it right there. The Most High says that he's coming back in the latter days to make war with Gog and Magog. All right? The Edomites. All right? Now, let's go over here to Joel. Let's go to Joel. We'll go to Joel 3. And Joel 3. Let's start at verse 1. For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, gather them to battle, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. Now let's go to verse 19 real quick. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Understand that. All right. So we see that Yahuwah in the end times is gathering the nations to battle, making war with Gog and Magog, the Edomites, right? Gathering the nations to battle, right? Gog, the Edomites, right? That's where Russia is at right now. That's Russia territory, okay? So he's coming back to make war with the Edomites. And we see that in end time prophecy in the Holy Scriptures, the Tanakh, okay? So, right there in Revelation, let's go back to it. Revelation 20. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. Okay. We're going to run through that one more time. Let's go to Ezekiel. Right? Listen. Do you see it? Do we need to run through it one more time? Do you see that? The New Testament is saying that Yahuwah is Satan. Right? And that his prophecy is true, but it's Satan doing it. When he's allowed to be let out of prison, Satan and Yahuwah in the latter days are doing the same thing. Okay? So since the New Testament was written after, way after, in another language, in the language of Greek, it was originally written in Greek, the language of the Romans, the language of the Edomites. Okay? We see that this was purposely done. This was purposely done. This is satire. This is dark humor. This is sick. You got these people walking around with this New Testament book like they holy. Like these are sacred writings. Like they're precious. But they're not. They're just slapped together in the same book as something that's precious. Right? Yo, that's cold. This is why we call you the devil, white man. Understand that? Hey, yo, this cold. That's cold. That's cold, man. How they write that? You can't get around that. You can't make this stuff up. You can't get around them saying that the devil is doing and then did everything that Yahuwah then did, and saying that he is coming back to do. Right? You can't get around that, man. This right here is not a book of prophecy. It's not a book of God. It's not a book of the Israelites. This is the book of Lucifer, the New Testament, Revelation. This is the book of witchcraft, created by Lucifer's physical counterparts, the Edomites.